Good morning, good day to everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we go over safe money events and their federal appointments. We're also going to touch briefly on a training program that we also have over here at IAMS to support these federal leads. My name's Tim Watts. I'm super excited to join you today. I am an annuity sales director over here at IAMS. I'm also joined by Jake Brunton, sales director over here, and Clifford Blodgett. He is the president of Safe Money Events. And before we turn it over to Clifford, we're going to give you a few insights on why agents love working with us. One of the things that kicks off that is our customer service. We're committed to answering that phone with a live person between business hours 100% of the time, and we try to get to those phone calls within that first two or so rings. As we go through the presentation today, we'd love to have your participation. We will have 3 or 4 polls that we'll send out there, and we'd welcome any questions. You can put those questions in anytime, and then we'll get those answered once we get to the end of the presentation. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jake. He's got a few programs to highlight here with IAMS. Jake, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction, Tim. So again, this is Jake at IAMS, and thank you for everyone attending. I'm going to be starting us off with our new producer builders program, and for so our new producers builders, or for those of you who are new to us here at IAMS, these bonuses are available based on your production level in your first 180 days of contracting with us. We have great levels that you can qualify at, and as you can see inside each level are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks for you, and even cash rewards available. If you would like to know where you stand towards your new producer builder, or if you would like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, please give us a call or just talk to your sales director. Another business builders program that we provide for our agents is our referred producer program. I see a couple advisors on with us today that have already taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field that in one of the best leads we could ever obtain is a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it your worthwhile to refer a producer to us. That being said, when you do refer a producer to us and they get contracted, we are going to cut you a $50 thank you check. Now where the real money comes in is as your referral rights business, you're going to receive an override on that business. Our ownership team, Charles, Steve, Curtis, and Chris, sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. With that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from doing business with our team, please don't hesitate to type in their information into that questions box, or you can certainly email me or Tim that information. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer here at IAMS. For every 100 grand in FIA premium, you're going to get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. Why this is so popular and lucrative for our advisors is that we truly do consider this to be your money. You're going to have the flexibility on what services, when, and who you use these funds with. It is your marketing reimbursement. We do not tell you the vendors that you have to use. We do recommend vendors that we partner here with at IAMS so that we can leverage reduced rates and preferred service. We're going to have our creative team here to create a marketing strategy and provide in-house services. If you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account or have a conversation about how to utilize it, just give your sales director a call at our office. We would love to speak with you about that. Now going forward, we're going to be talking about our back office support team, and this is another way that we add value to your business. This is the core of IAMS and how Charles Hearing founded us years ago. We want to help the independent advisor work smarter, not harder. We are going to do that with great business building tools and resources. Of course, advanced case design, assistance, life, and annuity quotes is an area that we assist with. We're going to get you those illustrations that you request within 24 hours, and I'm going to be honest with you. In all reality, you're going to receive it much quicker, usually within the hour. Submission to commission support is handled by our new business teams, and Mackenzie heads up is the annuity team, and Michelle heads up is over on the life side. They have fantastic teams who work tirelessly to help you get commission quicker. We're going to scrub your applications, submit them on your behalf, do the administrative tracking, and get you updates on the cases as needed. We do this to ensure you get commissioned as quickly as possible. This is a service that we provide to our valued producers and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles the back office support for you. So our website is a great tool for our producers to use and another reason to work with us here at IMES. Once you are contracted, you're going to have full access to everything you see on this slide and so much more at imesinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it is very simple to do so. When we are done with this call, go ahead and create an account, and we'd love to see you on there. A lot of great resources are available to you, including illustration tools, online forums, product grids, and product news. Industry updates are out there for you too. Technology is where the industry is going, and Luma is our newest partnership to streamline the application process. Most of our carriers are now on the Luma Firelight eApp platform, so you can go to a one site to submit all of your business. It is COVID friendly, and some carriers are going to eApp only for some of their product lines, and we are also going to offer extra comp for utilizing the eApp platform. Make sure you ask your sales director before you submit a paper app if you can earn more by doing eApp. We do have a full in-house creative team. We can help you help your practice, and a lot of items are turnkey and available out there for you. Many of our sales resources are white labeled, so you can simply impose your contact information and business logos and whatever else you want to add on there with it. Speaking of your logos, though, Agency Solutions is an in-house expertise for our team. If you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can certainly help out with that. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. And lastly, digital marketing solutions are a very, very popular topic around IMES. We can help you with websites, social media marketing, email marketing, and much more. The internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go for all of their information. Make sure that you are accessible and represented in those marketing lanes, which is very beneficial to growing your practice. Reach out to myself, Tim, or one of our sales directors. Just give them a call when this webinar concludes to talk to them about how you can access IMES Creative. We can certainly get that ball rolling for you. IMES, we also offer a complimentary marketing analysis for agents looking to explore new sales ideas and programs. Whether you're new to the industry or a seasoned producer, this free assessment can help you boost your business with insights on your website's digital presence, branding, and current marketing activities, as well as recommendations on trusted vendors for everything from lead generation to seminars and even social content. Reach out to your sales director or to get started at any time. I'm going to pass the floor back on over to Tim, and Tim's going to go off on wealth management. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake. Hey, do you want to launch that fourth poll there on the paid marketing strategy? So as Jake discussed, going to discuss our IMES Wealth Management, which we founded over 6 years ago. What we've done is grow this division of IMES very organically. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. Once we have you registered, we'll bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We do have a great technology and great investment platform for you to utilize. This has been a major growth sector of our business. And if assets under management could also be a major growth sector for you. So thank you, everybody who participated in that poll. You can go ahead and shut that down there for us, Jake. Go on to the next slide, which is our Life and Annuity Academy. So let's go ahead and pop up that next poll. And this is, would you like some information about the next academy? So we did set the dates for our next academy. This will be April 2nd through the 4th, Wednesday through the Friday. This will be in Des Moines, Iowa at Athene's headquarters. We'll have space for about 40 to 45 agents. So if you are interested, definitely respond back to this poll so we can make sure we get you that information over there. Now, as a reminder, we do cover all of your expenses, including travel, hotel, cost of the event, which includes bringing in over 20 presenters. Jake, you can go ahead and shut down that poll. We're going to bring in 20 presenters and have 3 main pillars of these academies. That's going to be marketing strategies like Safe Money events that other agents across the nation are utilizing and seeing some huge return on the investment. We're also going to take a deep dive into products, so you know all of those features out there available for you to help solve your clients' pre-retirement and retirement needs. And then my personal favorite is our sales strategies, where we give you new ways to connect with clients and solutions that you can offer to them. Go ahead on that next slide there, Jake. All right, we do have 2 top producer trips that you can qualify for. Our trek to Quebec is coming to an end. That ends here June 30th of 2025. So still a couple months to qualify. If you've already been with us at IAMS and had some production, definitely give Jake, myself, or your sales director a call. We'll let you know exactly how much more you need to qualify for this trip. This is a +1 trip to that beautiful hotel that you're seeing right in front of us. That looks like it should be a different word other than hotel. That thing is beautiful. We also have our Cap Cana Dominican Republic trip. Now, a bit longer to qualify for that. You've got till December 31st of this year. So still about 10 and a half months or so to qualify for that. Again, that is a +1. Trek to Quebec will be in August, a great time to get away from the heat, and then that Cap Cana will be in January, February of 2025. Go ahead with that next slide. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get ready to turn this over to Clifford. So before I do that, if you haven't liked us on Facebook and LinkedIn, definitely go out there. You're going to get updates on industry news, rate increases, decreases, as well as product launches. So a great way to stay connected with us. So while Clifford's getting his presentation pulled up, go ahead and move that over to Clifford so he can get his presentation pulled up. He's going to be going over federal leads, and we've got 2 phenomenal packages. One is with the training program, and then another one is a standalone to where you can get in front of federal employees. He's going to highlight some of the features and reasons why I think this is truly the best federal leads and federal appointments that you can get right now. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Clifford. I can see your presentation and I can see you on the screen, my friend. The floor is yours.
All right, thanks for having me today. So like I said, or like Tim said, we're talking federal employees today. Very relevant, very timely. I mean, we're looking at it's the world's largest employer with like the world's largest probably layoff / early retirement offer that's ever been offered in the history of the world. So huge economic opportunity here, lots of money in motion. And every day it seems that like something's changing. My content people are reaching out to me, trying to get better content out there, more informative content, because the federal people or the employees just aren't getting it. They're a little, scared, don't know what's going on. So, so we're trying to do our best to provide the best information while also like booking appointments for them in one-on-one consultations at the same time. So with that being said, what we're seeing right now is our program is a simple format, little to no commitment, and we're driving qualified leads and appointments to advisors. There is some confirmation series also included, and we'll go over those pieces as we go. So anyway, what we see is that the world's largest employer, there's 2.87 million prospects. Every day seems to be a big chunk. I mean, when you think about, like, they talk about this latest deferred resignation offer 40, at one point it was 40,000, and then I think when they got all done, it was 80,000 people, are taking that offer. And they need guidance as well. Like, these are probably people that were going to retire in the next year anyway. But they still need guidance. But think about 80% or 80,000 people of 2.8 million is still like just a fraction, a very small fraction of the workforce that is probably going to see some sort of change in their employment this year. So it's also an aging workforce. 39% are older than 50 years old. It's competitively paid. It's the world's largest retirement fund in the United States and probably the world. The G Fund Treasury is the largest fund allocations, and federal employees are often income oriented and a good fit for annuities. They're looking for a pension solution or some kind of guaranteed income to last them for the rest of their life. Ta-da! So that's why we do what we do. When it comes to marketing opportunities, there's also the opportunity for rollovers, growth. Disability insurance is huge, especially if you're talking to someone who's 54 to 59, before the 59 and a half rollover. Vaguely replacements, huge. TSP 401k rollovers that are old. They also have spouses, anything we can do with legacy maximization, referrals, HR contacts are also huge. And then, you have a good, once you make an inroad, the retirement events, the potential on-site events are the things that seem to build after you've kind of built your inroads at one of these places. You do well by them. They generally talk. They're generally, talking to their friends and be like, oh, Clifford helped me. You should talk to him too. Those kind of things. All right, what makes our appointment and lead generation service so different and competitive is that we're doing all of it through social media advertising and cold email. We use our own proprietary list and custom audiences to keep our prices down, right? We're not just marketing out there to everyone about this. If we did, the comments right now would be ridiculous on social media, but we are using our own list, our own curated list that we have. And then we go from there. We're using relevant content to attract those larger audiences. Like I said before, lots of content, lots of moving parts right now. And then we outsource that content so the presentations are fresh and accurate. So we work with FIBA and Dr. FedEd and a few other content pieces, and we pay them for their content so they can bring relevant content to our funnels, right? So when it comes to appointment and lead generation, our current topics are custom federal reports. That's our go-to. We also have a TSP maximization topic that's out there. And then right now, the hottest one is the VERA and VSIP. So the voluntary early retirement, and then the other one's more of like the forced retirement. So those two topics are very informative. We're doing webinars, about every 2 or 3 days about these things. Not to mention, we just have recorded content that's out there that we're pushing to these people as well. So nice pieces there. What you see, or what they see is, they get touched 28 times after they sign up. We've got 6 different levels of re-engagement. And then we're confirming once the person has confirmed, they've set the appointment on your calendar, and then we make sure that we do our best to make sure they show up. So there's 6 times that we touch them after that. What you see is appointments directly on your calendar, an email notifying you of the appointment, and then in that email, there's a link to a tracking sheet. So you get a tracking sheet as well. We do send text messages and emails when it comes to billing, to make sure that that, when you're up to your renewals and stuff like that. But essentially, it goes right on your calendar. You get an email just for a heads up, and you're good to go. It's going to have all of the data points in there that are important for you to start talking to that person. Right now, when it comes to our appointments, name, email, phone number, unverified state, agency, and how close are they to retirement are the 6 points that we're picking. Right now, we are in the middle of beta testing our Q1 rollout, which is we're verifying state and age for quarter of 2025. So, and then after that, we're trying to get to financials and salary data. And that's essentially taking the pieces of data that we have, pinging it against third-party databases, and bringing you more data when you go to sign up for your pieces there. Let's see, next slide. What to expect from an order of 12 appointments. So we get about 3 to 5 that are no-shows. We get about 2 to 4 that don't have any money. We get about 2 to 4 that are planning ahead, and we get about 2 to 3 that are ready to move money in the next 2 years, next 24 months is what we say. So, just to kind of go through that. So no shows, 3 to 5. Okay. But what we found out is that a lot of an advisor who keeps calling and texting these people wins back about half of those. So even though there's 3 to 5 no shows, it's really 2 to 3, but you're going to have to like work to get those, 2 or 3 back from that. No money. Those are people who are retiring in the next few years, but maybe haven't contributed to their TSP like they should have, or they just didn't make enough money in their TSP. So probably some other conversations that you could have there, but that's generally where they fall. People that are planning ahead, we are marketing to people that are 54, 55 and up. Right now, we will probably be changing even some of our parameters to 50 and up, because a lot of the Vera and VSIP places are conversations that are having are working with employees that are 50 and up. So, these are people that are planning ahead. Right now, it doesn't seem to really matter, because if there's a Vera or VSIP in their future, they're going to be moving money soon anyway. And then we've got 2 to 3 that are over 59 and a half, looking to move money in the next 24 months, have monetary resources, and are at that point in their life. So when we look at our numbers, this is just everything that we did last year. Essentially, we had 65% of people were moving money in the next 2 years. 85% of people were moving money in the next 10 years. We had a big chunk, or not a big chunk, we had 12% people that are already retired. And I want to let this be known that even though we're not advertising to people that are already retired, there must be something in our messaging that really reaches out to them, because they're still signing up. Now, I've also found that already retired sometimes doesn't mean what we think it means, right? It could be like they retired from government service, but they're still, working somewhere else, or they retired from government service, but they didn't do a good job managing their TSP and need help, right? So enough advisors have told me that they're having quality conversations out of that 12% to keep it in there, like it's worth the money that they're spending on the program. When we look at the numbers of where those government agencies are, we've got a big chunk of VA, we've got United States Postal Service, we've got Department of Defense, DHS is in there, DOJ, those type of pieces there. So lots of nice, like a nice array. Some of my competitors aren't able to bring as many United States postal workers as we do to the front. So definitely, something to keep in mind, that we're very competitive in the postal service realm as well. All right, and then we get to pricing. So this is just the basic My Federal Retirement Program pricing. So $19.99 for 32 opportunities. 12, that includes 12 appointments set. That's also 20 qualified leads that we, will send to you. After a qualified lead is someone who is retiring in the next 5 years. We have a qualification based off of what agency they're in, and we're going to send that to you, because they might not have converted off of text messages or emails, but maybe if you pick up the phone and you call them a couple of times, where the goal there is to pick up a couple more of those into quality phone calls. There is a $300 setup fee. So if you go to safemoneyevents.com and you sign up for this, the price is going to be $22.99 for the first time when you sign up for it. And then after your first 12 appointments are set, there is an auto reorder. We just keep it on like a schedule, depending on how fast you want to fill those orders. We've got some people that are looking for 12 a month. We've got some people that are fill up my calendar as fast as you can. So it just kind of depends on how fast you want us to go on that auto reorder piece there. And this is the piece that Tim alluded to at the beginning. Right now, IMES and FedBridge are offering a program with us. So it's $12.50 a month for 15 opportunities. That includes 5 appointments and then 10 qualified leads. It's on an auto reorder every month. And it also then gives you like access to the FedBridge training at the beginning, and then access to those pieces like continued on. So I think that that's, I think that that's the FedBridge part of it, because they're doing training modules all the time to keep you in the loop and to keep you in that program. So in general, that's the program. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Tim and see if I missed anything or if there's any questions out there today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Clifford. So as Clifford mentioned, Jake, you can go ahead and share your screen, I think, just onto that Facebook slide, if you don't mind. There. So as Clifford mentioned, I've seen anywhere from 70 to 80,000 federal employees that have already taken up that offer to, take the early retirement. Not getting political here, just stating the facts, it doesn't look like what I would say is volatility in DC or shaking things up is going to slow down. So when you think about this, you've got a good runway of highly compensated employees that are motivated to talk to a professional. Jake, go ahead and toss up that slide and see who would like some more information on these federal appointments. We'll get it going there. Last call for any questions to Clifford or myself. But 70 to 80,000 folks have already taken the opportunity, and today is February 18th. Administration went in on January 20th. So would love your participation on this poll to see if you'd like to get some more information on safe money events. The opportunities right now are definitely really good. People ask me, well, tell me about, what your average case is, and, is there, are agents having success? Yes, agents that are trained in the federal space, utilizing safe money events, appointments, and the leads are having success. I've got one agent that this was a couple months ago, so even before some of the push, but he ran into a client that had a 1.8 million TSP, $400,000 in the bank, and 2.5 million of assets in real estate. They were not working with any advisors, any financial professionals. You guys can do the math, and even, peeling off just a portion of that 40 to 50% to put into annuities, to put into AUM, to put in life insurance is going to easily pay for the leads that you get. Now, those aren't all of the leads that you're going to get. Obviously, there's going to be some folks that have some smaller TSPs and the rollovers aren't going to be quite as big, but you are definitely going to come across some folks that have quite a bit of funds. For those of you who are not trained in a federal space, we do have another webinar tomorrow where we're going to be going into that federal training program. So if you're on today and you're interested in meeting with these folks, but you need some additional training, like Clifford said, that training program is open to you. It's $12.50 for the training. And then in month 2, we're going to get you those appointments and leads coming your way. And that is just basically a program that we've put together to where we have combined the training plus a great partner with the Safe Money Event Federal Leads. Again, these are much older than you're going to find with a lot of other lead vendors. They've been vetted, reached out to 28 different times, re-engaged by 6, different re-engagements to make sure that those appointments we're getting on your calendar are ready to talk to you. They know what that conversation looks like. And those folks that didn't book a time on the calendar, those folks are primed, to get that booking on your calendar. So Clifford, it doesn't look like we have any questions, so I will turn it back over to you for any final last thoughts, and then I'll close her down here.
Yeah. We talked about the FedBridge program. This is not a program, especially at this time, to go into lightly. Please have the federal training. Please have the background to be able to handle those conversations. We're also doing a lot of work with our content people to make sure that you understand what deferred resignation, VSIP, VERA, all of those pieces mean, because I don't know what they mean. I do lead generation. But you're going to have people that have very pointed questions when they get you on the phone. So knowing, what the best the answers are to those questions, or at least showing that you understand where they're coming from, is super important. So I can't stress that enough at this time. Because sounds like good leads, but federal employees will see right through you if you don't know the system. So definitely something to think about. But yes, 80,000 took the Doge offer, the deferred resignation. They're not even close to being done, right? So it's definitely money in motion. So even if you don't do the lead generation, might even be worth your time just to take the training, just to know it, to if anything like that walks into your office. So those are my final words.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. One other reminder on those leads that Safe Money is going to get you in front of. So just, the average agent, for me to get you on the phone, I have to reach out from, a cold call, cold email, whatever it is, 7 to 8 different times. So, these folks are going to be the same way. Those leads that you get, make sure you've got a drip campaign to get them into. And make sure that you're diligent with them. But there's a reason why they clicked on the marketing. There's a reason why they went through, the little webinar that was shown to them. They want to meet with somebody and they've got some questions. I do have one question here, and that is, can you do this month to month? Yes, you can do this month to month. So, you can package that with the 32 leads and do that for a month, or you could package that with the Federal Bridge program and do that. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit more than a month, let's say you wanted to get in front of 62 federal leads a month, I do think with what's going on in the market that Clifford and his team would be able to get that done for you as well. So designed with the intent of being, one order a month, but we can certainly be flexible based on your needs. All right. Well, hey, everybody, I really appreciate you hopping on here. We'll be reaching out, but if you have questions right now, there's that number right there, 800-255-5055. Everybody have a phenomenal day. Bye now.